Hello there, beautiful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I have finished just now. I finished doing two videos, which were about fragrances. Third episode, I'm going to do morning thoughts, which is not about fragrances. Okay, not at all. So early, I'll tell you, like the beginning of the video, alert or heads up that you can skip the video if you are looking for a fragrance related content, which is what I mostly make. But life is too short, so sometimes I want to leave one or two videos for people who watch me and then enjoy this or appreciate my talk on life and stuff. So this is not about learning. I'm not going to coach or anything or give you father figure sort of advices, but I like to share few things from my journey. So I have few topics always on mind. I think of these. So today's topic, some random stuff. Okay, so randomness, you can say. So time check is 3 a.m. Just turned 3 a.m. at night, in the morning, early morning. I slept. My sleeping schedule is very, very weird. Because I am working a lot this month, running around from this place to that place. I bought a lot of perfumes. I'm doing reviews from other shops. So I'm keeping myself busy for a reason that, when I work, even though it's stressful, it takes a toll. It makes me actually feel better because work is a stress relief for me, even though addiction of anything is not good. But when I sleep a lot, I notice, this is how the video is going to be. When I sleep a lot, some of you will be like, so lucky he gets to sleep. When you sleep too much, day and night, your body and mind both starts taking a toll. Both start taking a toll because you start getting depressed and you start gaining weight. I'm gaining weight, but I also trying to burn, with a proper diet, a lot of lemon, this stuff and cucumbers and stuff. Why? Because if you're not well, nothing is enjoyable. I always mention it. But when I work, it makes me feel that there's a purpose, because you're not going to last forever. Today our stay is here, tomorrow you may not make it. So every time I wake up in the morning, I say thank God for one more day, and I also pray for everybody's, well-being. Whenever I think of it, and especially your parents, if they're alive, I pray that God keeps them safe, because once they're gone, you'll feel your world has changed. You'll not be the same person anymore. So sometimes, we don't have the best relationships, with our parents. I will not say our relationships are always perfect, but at times, what you're gonna do? They are blood. They are sometimes your relatives, your siblings. So you have to work with it, the difficulty and all of it. But then, I'm learning nowadays, patience or holding back your emotions sometimes is important. It's part of growing up. Sometimes age is not just growing up. Age is not maturity. Maturity is when you realize you do not make the same mistake twice. Once you do not learn from a mistake and you still do the same mistake, you keep going back to the same toxic people, then you realize that it was your fault all along. You are the one who were eager to be the victim once again, right? So I'll talk about that as well. But I work, and this high heat, that this part of the year is very difficult, very challenging. It hardly rains, and the heat and the humidity together, it just compresses, like you cannot breathe. You sometimes feel unwell, you get blurry vision. But I still doing work, and I still bought a lot of perfumes. I could have saved a lot of money this month, but I didn't. So it made me happy. Sometimes I'll tell you a secret, like this secret. Sometimes rather than saving, buying fragrance give me this blood rush. I know it's an addiction, one thing. Second thing is, it's just like one after another, how many you're gonna buy. So yeah, it is not good all the way, but for me, my work, buying fragrance is happiness, because I get to smell something new. And my scent of the night, I'm wearing late night after shower, after all the work, I'm rocking this Limal Elixir Absolute, okay? This is brand new. In my collection, it's not brand new release. It has been in the market for a while. But finally, I got this 200 massive bottle. And it's amazing. Oh, it's nice. I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'll take this to my vacation place, where's my other place. Maybe I'll review there. So I want to talk about other stuff, okay? Because I'm human. I was saying that our stay here is very temporary, okay? Today we're here, tomorrow we may not be here. And I have lost many friends. I have seen people go. I have seen older people, younger people. We do not know when our time is up, We don't know what we're carrying inside, like maybe some sort of sickness or some unwellness, maybe heart blockade or something. So our time is, like short here. You might think I'm going to live forever. I'm going to live when I become old. I'll become religious and all. Sometimes if you wanted to do something, achieve, like do it now. Okay, let's say you wanted to do a charity foundation, or you want to build something that would make you happy, if you want to ever get a cat or a dog. Right now, if you want to travel now. I do like traveling, but in Bangladesh I don't like traveling. Traveling is the worst thing happening here, and to get to somewhere it's very expensive. I don't like to spend so much money, and it's ridiculous amount of money. Literally, like, you have to spend $2,000 for a simple holiday. For what reason? So I like to stay at home and then go to my nearby places, and driving is the worst thing in Bangladesh. I want to talk about a little bit of my experience today. uh, some of you do not know me very well. Okay, so I lived my 17 years, like, no, my first 1.5 year to 2 years I was born in Russia, and my parents were there. My dad was doing his PhD, so we came back to Bangladesh like 83. I was born in 81, and then he joined one university in here, and then he worked another university for 16 years, and then after that we moved to Malaysia in 1997, December we moved to Malaysia. So after 17 years in Bangladesh, we spent 19 years in Malaysia. So then 2016 we came back to Bangladesh, whole family, because Malaysia economy was getting worse, political condition, and then they were like literally laying off a lot of people, cutting off people's salaries. So we were seeing, like, we forecasted, like, my business was not doing well. I had a restaurant. So we came back here, and then since 2016, now 2025, 9 years. So I just want to share a little bit few things, differences or my experience. So you would not understand unless you lived in abroad, like other countries, different culture, different everything. So Bangladesh is a less developed country. It's somewhere at now it's developing. You can say merging, like what you call uprising and all that, but still it's the type of people we have here, like, I would say this is a third world country, because the mentality, mindset is everything. You get developed because you are educated, one thing. Second thing, you love your country. Third thing is how busy you stay with development. Our people are going backwards. We are doing all kind of mess here just to keep that country, messy, politically messy, economically, everywhere. Life is getting harder, traffic jam everywhere. So I don't want to just speak badly of the country just, because I want to bash the country. Difference between living in Malaysia and Bangladesh, or a developed country and developing country, you don't have to deal with corruption like straight up front. There's system that works in developed countries very well. Some of the things like medical sector or your auto, like, let's say you want to sit for driving license, is the process very transparent. You don't have to bribe anybody. In developed country, just go and sit for the exam, you know how to drive, and they'll pass you, will give you the driving license instantly. In Bangladesh, I cannot say the same. Okay, any other countries, I don't know how your country is, but here, even if you passed, I passed here, and it took me 2 years to get my license, and they gave me the slip, and then in the end, the day I was supposed to get it, they said rats ate my license. So this is what, because they want money, they are bribe, they want bribe. So corruption is cancer. Okay, straight up, the big difference between developing and underdeveloped country is corruption. No matter who goes to power, they will steal, they will start bribing, they will take bribes, they want demand money, they want to make fortune, because there's a lot of money involved. So here, the patriotism takes a big hit. People who are patriots, sorry, they don't get to be, politicians. They don't get to be in the power where good decisions can come out. Okay, I will not say developed countries don't have corruption. From states, every country have corruption, but they don't touch human basic rights. You have freedom of speech. In good countries, you have a right to receive treatment, medicine. You have dental, any problem, your insurance covers it. Here, if I want to go, for example, my best friend always says, brother, why did you go? Because you have blurry vision. I cannot see at night at all. I have very poor vision right now because of diabetes. I cannot even read stuff from this close. I struggle when I do reviews. So I don't go to the doctors, because first thing they will say is, go do this 10,000 tests. It will cost you a lot of money. Okay, and these are not all necessary. I know, because the difference, I have been to good hospitals in Malaysia, and the dental, the payment is always, and whatever you need, they give you the exact test and exact medication and exact treatment. And even if it's expensive, you needed that. Let's say you want to go to dental, they will give you nice service, they'll talk to you nicely. Here, they talk to you like you are animals. You are not to be respected. They don't even listen to you. They don't even comfort you. Doctors are all about money, okay, because of the need, because of the corruption. People do awful stuff here for money and their need. Also, let's say you want to go anywhere, any sector you think about, everywhere it's people are rude, people are mannerless. So these are the difference. That's why when our people go overseas, they always get bashing, they get arrested, they get our passport is the weakest. Okay, our passport is the weakest, we don't get even visas in many countries. So it's frustrating for people, and the streets nowadays, everybody's just blocking the roads nowadays. So there is already economic crisis, everything is expensive, and people are making it worse. Why? Because of political agenda. People want to be in power. So if you sabotage your own country, there's no happy days. I lost sort of my mental peace, and maybe I became abnormal, because sometimes my rage is so bad on the road, because there's just no absolute rule. They're coming wrong way, and they will just create an accident or something, and then it's their fault, but you will be in the end in the prison because you hit them, right? And you will have to take, let's say, we have this called this Teslas, the trishaw. Now they have battery, like they are called, what as tuk-tuks, right? So normal ones are okay, but now they put these battery ones. They are very powerful, like they can go up to 40-50 kilometers, and they don't understand any rules. They don't have any basic sense of driving. They are sometimes drug addicts, and they just do the most awful things on the road. If you hit them, of course, whole area would be gathered and they will start beating you up. But if it's their fault, people come and say, hey, it's okay, they're poor people, let them go, they're underprivileged. When they behave and then they are so aggressive on the road, they are not underprivileged, they act like kings. So our country is now taken over by low class people. So this is what, very frankly, I'm speaking. If you are hurt by it, you think like I'm bashing poor people. It's not poor people. Low class and poor, two different things. There are a lot of people in poor category. They have self-respect, they are honest. But this low class people, they have money. Sometimes they are very uneducated, they're corrupt, and they abuse power. When they are in power, they abuse it like anything, and people live in fear. So this is not the state anybody wants to work in. I got threatened by many people in my journey. People did awful things using power. There was this boy, he said, he made his uncle or whatever brother who worked for government threaten me on the phone because, I exposed him. So this kind of things happen. But the thing is, in the end of the day, no matter how good, let's say, a business is better, like in Bangladesh, there's some good things. Some things are cheaper, garments, sometimes, now fruits, no, food, no. But you find a lot of things which are affordable, which, let's say, water, in USA, water is expensive. Singapore, water is more expensive than beer. Yeah. But here, water, you can, now it's getting expensive, but still, you can buy. If you earn in dollars, let's say you're an expat or something, if you work in embassy, you get good salary, say $3,000, it's more than enough to live here like a king, okay? So that's great. You can work as a content creator, you can earn by, working from here. Great, I will not deny those things. Here, if you have a restaurant business, if you can run it well, it will generate income. It's very difficult to make the same income in, let's say, Malaysia. I did my hustle, and over there, it's like less people, so business is not as intense. Here, if you found a line of work, if you become popular, so I gotta give it to Bangladesh that it's good for business. Chinese people, they come here, foreigners, they come here to start up a business, but sadly, due to this bribery case that, they come to you and extort money and stuff, that because the political people, so people are scared to come here. We have Cox's Bazar, excellent destination, could be, excellent. But here, due to the lack of security, the government cannot provide. People don't want to come here because they get robbed and stuff like that. So you see, there are difficulties. Some of you get overwhelmed, like, hey, you are talking bad about your country and all. No, live in a proper country where they have security. You can go out at night. In Bangladesh, after 10 p.m., I'm scared to go out. I don't want to drive. You can get robbed, you can be stopped by cops, and they can just put something in your car, and then they can just, put you in trouble, and you can go to jail for no good reason. So overseas, these things don't happen. If you don't bother others, if you are respectful to the law of the country, you will not get into any trouble. You can just go to your shopping mall, cinema, you can park the car on the road, you can just pay parking. Here, there's no such thing as parking. Park on the road, you get fined, right? So these things, slowly, bit by bit, there's so much more there. And people, the worst thing is manners. People don't know how to talk to you. People, they have money, they think that, they can buy you and they own you, they mistreat you. I will tell you, I don't want to say this in a negative way, but I got so much respect from the world, people from all over the world, Dubai, States, UK, people from random countries, they knock me, Netherlands, Italy. They say, bro, you are my inspiration. This is why I started my journey. And it's obviously, I'm not the only guy. A lot of people are inspiring, But here, people don't give me any respect whatsoever. Let's say the big businesses, normal people, my fans and my followers, they respect me, they love me, I have this community, they always love and trust me. That is their normal people. But people who are supposed to be, like appreciating, let's say in USA, they see you are a good reviewer, honest reviewer, they'll send you bottles, they'll say, would you like to work for us, stuff. Here is the opposite. People just want to take. I'm sorry to say, some of the businesses, they really are very cheap. They see me that, I'm doing the work, they invite me to their shop, they never offer any money, nothing. I'm not saying that I am entitled, but it would be helpful because my expenses are not, covered, even. So I pay the money sometimes to go videos and stuff. But here, people have this mentality of taking. Giving is very difficult. Obviously, it's the way we grew up. We are still a poor country, but a lot of positives as well. So if you work and you found a line, and you have to, I worked almost 9 years to find this line and establish myself. How many minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes. Okay. It was not easy. I still do not say I have any savings from this work. Of course, it's my poor lifestyle. I don't have good discipline. When I go to a restaurant or something, let's say I want to take away, like parcel, or we call it bunkus in Malaysia. I went for maybe just one biryani, and if I see, oh, there's a nice paya there, there's like they're making samosas, I'll buy extra stuff. I think many of us men have that problem. We go to the mall. Let's say your wife sent you, hey, honey, can you go get some bread, milk, and egg, butter, 4 stuff, basic. You go there, what do you need? You need a small basket, right? Men will get the biggest trolleys, like those huge ones, and just left to push, and you just go to counter. You'll pick up random stuff you don't even need. You see this nice salt shaker, pepper shaker, one of those grinders, when you see eggs, fancy eggs, like this nice boxes, they have nice, like, seal and stuff. You see new bottle of juice, new Gatorade. You pick up stuff you don't even need. Guys like us, okay? I went to maybe buy, like, apples, okay? I'll buy 5 kind of fruits. People who stayed with me or relationship with me, they saw it, and they know I'm very spoiled, but this is why I cannot save. I would tell you humbly, if you can, if possible, try to not do that. Reason being, end of the month, the worst part is the end of the month, last 10 days of the month, the struggle becomes real, okay? And you have very little money left to even buy your regular things. So this month I bought a lot of perfumes. Next month it will be very difficult for me, hold the temptation, but I'll try not to buy as many. I'll try to live on the ones that I bought. Sell decants, I do sell decants, very open about it. I don't hide. This is what I do for my line of my work. And sometimes they bring back some finance, and then YouTube. But I'm very happy and thankful for a lot of things, okay? Even though I'm not the richest guy, I'm feeling inside of me, sometimes I feel I'm very happy, I'm very rich. Not because I own a lot of perfumes, okay? These are just material things. But I have no complaints, I don't complain like, hey, those guys are like driving nice SUVs, look at that, Rubicon, this nice SUVs, or they have a nice Land Cruiser. It's my dream, and I'm not gonna say I don't like that. I like it, but I don't have that sort of richness to afford it. But whatever I have, I enjoy. I never look at some other people's life and become jealous, like, oh, he has that, man, that guy's wife is hot, he got the perfect family, he got a nice house. I always pray for people. This is what one thing God gave me good. Maybe it's my teaching from family or something. I can be happy for others, and genuinely, I'm just saying it. You can trust me or don't trust me, but I feel that's the way to be happy. Sometimes life is not great. Sometimes I'm not well. Sometimes I have problem with money. I'm in a bad mood. But then I say, no, thank God for the good days, for the month. I ate nicely. I bought all the fruits, all the juices that I need. So I'm happy, and this is the way to deal with reality. Some of us escape reality by doing stuff like, resorting to drugs, drinking and stuff. It will get you into further depression if you just avoid reality. If you're a married man, if you're a family man, don't do it. I know a lot of my friends, they go off for it, real life example, and they think they're okay. They just laugh around with their boys, their band, and when they hang out, they move away from the family. They don't get basic needs for their family. They don't get anything to their wives. I can talk only for men. I don't talk for women because I don't know women very well. I don't know how they think. This is going to be a long video. I have a lot of things coming to my mind. But if, let's say, a family person, if you never wanted to be a family person, and you became a family person, you cannot escape reality. A lot of people escape reality by divorcing the other partner. Instead of talking it out, they just want out, and immediately they resort to another marriage, new partner. They don't give themselves any break. I have not gone into a relationship for more than a year, okay, because I don't need to. I realized one thing, that it was gonna be difficult. You saw my that phase that I keep doing this relationship, narcissistic, this and that. I was doing myself a favor. I was talking it out. I was taking it day at a time, and I knew it was not easy. I went through very. I usually am very selfish person, okay, and I'm very tough. I don't want to get into relationships easily, and when I do, I become serious. I don't cheat. I don't do those things. Even though I'm not the nicest guy, sometimes I have issues, but I never ever cheat. Okay, I am very proud of that, and I'm a one woman guy. When I'm with someone, I'm very proud of that. I don't check out, or let's say have 2-3 affairs and stuff. To each his own. Because if you're happy, you don't need to go do these cheap things. But some people do. They are with you, they're seeing someone else, they'll come to you, you don't even know they slept with someone, and they came to have lunch with you, and you just think, oh, she's so pretty, she's so lovely, she's love of my life, and you have no clue she just did it with someone, and she came to you and touched your hand and all that. When you think of it, you just feel gross. If you're a good person, if you're not OnlyFans bro, or person, you'll understand humanity needs to be alive. So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people try to escape reality, and that's why they get into further depression, and they go into doing a lot of other things just to distract themselves. I also do, but I appreciate the other stuff as well. Let's say I got into the hat game. These are not very expensive. Caps are cheap, much cheaper than Nikes, original in USA. These are not $400 caps. These are cheap, but when you buy a lot, I have now quite a lot of caps. It actually, I'm something I enjoy. I rotate my caps, I wear it, I get compliments. People say you look nice, with your long hair and all. So I'm growing my long hair for the winter, by the way. But what makes me happy is that I don't try to escape reality. I was in a very bad place. I'll tell you, as a human being, this is not about fragrances. I lost my track. I lost my mind because I couldn't take the betrayal. I couldn't take the lies, and I couldn't take someone ghosting you. After 8 years, and before that, so many years. So altogether, someone for 20 years. Maybe it's my version of the story, but yeah, a lot of bad things from my side as well. Perhaps selfishness. I don't deny. I am not the perfect person. Obviously, I'm not. Maybe I was not very nice to her as well, because when I realized that she lies, I don't like liars. And when they cheat and they lie, and then they get caught and they get mad at you and everything, it becomes very bitter in the end. So you need to learn to let go when you see the signs. So when you are happy, don't be too happy. Also think of yourself. Don't lose yourself, okay? Because when you lose yourself, when they leave, and you'll be totally lost, you have nothing left. Live for yourself as well. Sometimes give yourself a treat, buy yourself nice clothing, nice shoes, get nice meal and nice bubble tea. Just love yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be so self-obsessed, but love yourself. If you don't love yourself, nobody else will love you. They can see you that you are desperate and you are worthless, and they can play you easily, and you are too. And I know one thing for sure, that women don't like predictable guys. They don't like nice people. They don't like guys, they are simple. They like manipulative guys. I notice. It's a general statement, I understand. Not everybody is like that. A lot of women are family oriented. They are honest, good. They are different, but most of them, they are very lost women. I think they don't know what they're looking for. They're so confused, and they get angry, and they just leave a guy for no good reason apparently, and then try to find a better guy. So when you do this way too many times, you lose yourself. You don't realize it. I had many relationships. Right now I feel I am sort of like burnout, because I don't have anything left to give, because I have trust issues now. I have scars, and also don't feel like being with anybody. Being with myself make me feel happy, and I don't look for the perfect person to come and brighten up my life. I have friends, I do have company that I enjoy, but that's about it, because I just maybe was not lucky, okay? That's it. But I'm happy still. Why? If you have a purpose in your life, you'll always feel you're okay. There are a lot of people who are rich, but you see them not happy at all. They have all the new cars, new iPhones. They sleep with 10,000 women. They go to clubbing. They spend a lot of money. They buy all the stuff. They have a Rolex. They have a nice house. Yet they're not happy with their lives, their wife, whatever. And they find themselves in trouble, drinking, depression. If I had money, trust me, God doesn't give everything to everybody. If I had money at this moment, I'll just tell you a secret. It will solve all my problems because I'm a great guy. I think of it that way. I can enjoy, I can appreciate, I have good taste in food, movies, stuff like that. And I think, like I know what's good in life. So money can buy you a lot of things, but at the same time, you need to get your other stuff right as well. You have to be honest, right? I mean, a lot of people are not honest. So there was a time I used to follow Mark, and he was my fragrance guru, still is. I give him credit. There was a day I went past him in terms of doing what you call the fragrance content, and my videos went more than him. He took a break, but he used to be the highest content creator. Even Steven, I think at this moment I am the highest content creator. That makes me very happy and proud, especially being from Bangladesh, and given our struggle, we are not rich. But you need to get your priorities. Like this is my priority. I made it all focused in one stream. Like my Decant page, my perfume buying, the obsession, hobby, YouTube, all one stream. And I somehow worked it out, in Bangladesh. It was not easy. It took, even now I would say it's not really a success, but there's a trend going on right now in Bangladesh. Perfumes is a big thing. It's a big industry. And I have role that I played here. I know that even if I don't get credit for it, I don't need. But I know, like a lot of people don't even know where the hype came from for Shura. And sometimes, like, in the group, they say, hey, I heard Shura was a legend. And then I got it, and then, it was great. And there's a lot of new reviewers who are inspired, and they do videos here and there. I really enjoy this. It's like I'm watching from above, great view, like from top of the mountain, you see the whole valley. It's nice, okay? But nothing gets built in 1 to 2 days. People see your collection. People see that you're buying. If I put my fragrance in shelf, which I hope to do very soon, if I have showcases, if you see my collection, some of you will be like, man, you got more than enough fragrance for a lifetime. I know. I had so much more, but I let go as well. But it's not about how many that I have. This is not the happiness. The happiness is whatever I wanted to review. I would say 95 to 98% I covered all. I just need maybe 1 or 2 perfumes which are bucket list, which I'll find sometimes, M7 Ude Absolute, I don't know if I reviewed it. Some of the other rare ones, I never found it. But the ones that I reviewed, I went to shop hunting down vintage for perfumes, hard to find, discontinued gems, and these were my happiness. This is what I live for. This is what I crave for, alongside food, and other stuff. So I'll tell you, end of the day, just sharing random talks and all. If in the life, you're feeling that whatever you're trying is not successful and you just give up, don't give up. If you really love something, let's say you want to be a fragrance reviewer, you want to be a restaurant joint owner, it will not happen in one day. A lot of people want to do business. I want to do, let's say they say I want to do a cattle farm or something. These are projects that 2, 3, 4 years, people don't make any profit at all. 5 years, 6 years. Then on the 7th year, 6th year, 7th year, then you start seeing a little bit of profit if you work honestly. If you work dishonest, there's just nothing I want to comment, but honesty, the strength of it is, it will come slowly but surely, the success. But when you cheat, when you lie, when you do cheating, right, success may come to you very fast and it will also go very fast. Just last example before I go, there are few elite people during the last government time in Bangladesh. They're very rich, very powerful. They used to threaten everybody. They were the elite of the society. They would buy the most expensive cars. They would get all the benefits from the government. They would get protection from ministers, the police, and they would literally threaten everybody and people would be scared of them. Today they are nowhere. They're in the jail, the ones they get caught, and they are now gonna go behind the bars for a very long time, I feel. So all the, if I had what they had, totally different story. I would appreciate life, man. If I had money, man, I would appreciate if I had a house by the ocean. That would be great. If I just had a nice little SUV with this nice, my best friends, they know what I feel. This is the truth, this material things, but I love driving, if I had a nice SUV crossover or something, I would just be so happy going somewhere, and I will not do other stuff like to harm people. I'll just go to long drives. I'll just go and just have my sandwich, and just put my sunglasses on. Maybe if I have someone I like, I'll take her or him. Him means like not like, love way. Sorry, I'm straight dude. But a lot of guys, they're nice guys. I have friends. They are good company for conversations. But Females, they're special if they're nice characters, if they have brain, and not about beauty only, if they have kindness. Women bring different things on the table. Like, if you're fortunate, if you got a love of a real woman, you see life is so different, it feels like heaven. But nonetheless, I would love if I just drive up to ocean, sitting by the beach, and just enjoy some seafood, which I got from Malaysia. Malaysia has this beautiful thing, you can go travel without spending so much money. The hotels are cheap, and food very reasonable, and you can go shopping. There's a lot of things to do. Instead of just eating. Bangladesh only recreation is makan, makanan, right? Means eating. And this is the worst sad thing in Dhaka right now, that we don't have greenery, we don't have parks, amusement parks, we don't have playgrounds for children to play. So slowly, you'll see, we are just stuck in social media. We don't have a real life. We are having health problems, overweight problems already when we are young. Happiness would be, in the end, I think, when people they just wake up one day and say that it's not all about us. It's also about our neighbors, our surrounding people. We have next building, one very powerful guy, friend of our prime minister, like currently, and he's a very powerful guy now. He bought 2-3 dogs, keep them in the rooftop. If you know huskies are loud, and huskies are for colder weathers. In Bangladesh, this kind of heat, they will suffer a lot. They have 2 huskies and one small dogs. They bark all day, all night, and they are loud. I have nothing against the animals, but you do not consider your neighbors' peace. Like, I lived here so many years, 20 years, our house is here, but I never seen anybody so inconsiderate. So these are the kind of people, they have money, they have Mercedes, the children are so, they're partying all the time, they have a gym built in the rooftop, but they don't have any class. I always say this kind of people, for me, I don't respect rich people, and I don't have any respect for people without class. Money is not everything, power is not everything. When you behave like a, tyrant or something, it's just day after day, you disturb others, you just manipulate others, So I really hope I can find peace one day. This is my dream, that I can just be absolute at peace. People will not come to my personal space or knock me or disturb me. Hey man, I'm here. I want sometimes just peaceful and quiet. This is the 40s. This is where you don't have so many friends. You don't look for validation from people. You don't look for people, hey man, are you free? You don't look for people to find peace. And I'm not saying that it's not needed. Sometimes people do need others' company, but don't be dependent on people for happiness, for anything. You want to get something, do it yourself. Okay, honestly speaking, this is what I learned. This is what I respect people when they do it themselves. They don't look for you. Hey, they only need you when they need money or they need a favor, and rest of the year they're just spending their time with other people. I don't care. I learned my lesson, man. People who betrayed me, I never go to them, because I know if they betrayed me once, they'll betray me again, because that was their true face. When people are angry, they show their true face, and they behave in a way that you remember. Okay, if you cannot remember that, let's say someone cheated on you, you give them a second chance, you just doomed yourself. Okay, this thing I didn't learn. I will tell you, my relationships in my life maybe was not successful. Maybe I'm not long-term relationship goals, but I really wanted to be happy in my relationships. I always felt like, even if I'm not perfect, but I have all good intentions. Maybe I'm not outspoken like that, but I did care. Okay, and they know it. Those who messed up or whoever messed up, they know it. I never cheated, and no matter how many excuses they give, I know myself. There's no excuse for cheating. It's the lowest thing that people can do, even if you're a guy or a girl. If you're a decent human being, don't do this to others. Don't waste people's time if you don't have any plans with them in future. If you're just going to use them for your happiness and you depend on them, put the feet on their shoulder just to make sure that they keep you happy and they give you time. Your time is the great asset of your life. It's more precious than money. They can give you money, they can give you a lot of things, but once they wasted your time, they took your time, you'll never get it back. And once you become old, then you realize, okay, so if you see the red signals, be a little bit preserved, like don't always fall in love, like always ready to give, and you fall in love so fast, like, oh wow, she hot, man, I marry. No. A lot of people did that, the celebrities, and then they understood where life gives them bamboo from the rear, right? And you lose out money, you lose out trust, most of the thing, you lose peace of your mind. Okay, so if you want to be happy, learn to be happy with yourself, bros. And even if you're a girl, if you're watching me, don't be too dependent on others. Do not be frustrated when they don't give you time. If they treat you like crap, time to walk away. Maybe I treated someone like crap too, but they didn't walk away. They made sure they took their revenge. But end of the day, karma is such a thing. It finds people. Okay, you might feel that you escaped law, right? But you know, did something bad to someone and ruined their life, karma will find you, and they will do things that you deserve. Nothing gets unpunished or missed by God's measurement. Okay, so I believe in that. When you feel that I will get what I deserve, you'll be much happier. If you don't believe in religion, it's okay. I am a very open-minded person. Let's say you are not a religious person, you are from a different religion. I understand a lot of people say, hey man, isn't this thing singing is haram in your some of the people just generalize, they're racist. I don't count them. People who are like open-minded and good people, good-hearted people from anywhere in the world, Christianity, whatever is your religion, Hinduism, Jewish, whatever, there are a lot of people who are good and kind, and they're sensible, they're good human beings, right? I respect them. Money or no money doesn't matter. I do respect people who are successful, working it, the grinding for years, and they became successful. I really, really respect them. I do respect people who are well established, but not in a, we say, haram way, right? So yeah, try to find peace within yourself. Know yourself, who you are, what your intentions. Very important, your intentions are. And God knows. Other people do not know what you thought for them. Let's say you went to work somewhere and you know that you were gonna mess with them, their business. You learn all the secrets and you're just gonna do something, gonna put them in trouble. Then you walk away and then learn their business and you do your own business. People have bad intentions sometimes. We cannot tell. People seem so nice and perfect, but they turn out to be a lot of a-holes. So that point, it was your fault if you didn't see red flags. So learn to have good intentions, because if you're a bad person today, tomorrow you might feel, I cheated them, I outsmarted them, which I was. I trusted someone and they outsmarted me. I thought they're dating me and they're dating three other people, and just come up and later they told me, you are such a stupid, you're such an old fool. At first I cried, when I heard those harsh things they told me. But then I realized, old fool is not a bad thing. I was a fool, but I was honest, I'm not a douchebag, going behind their back and have 2-3 other relationships and stuff. When you're that person, end of the day, you're going to be okay if you're the victim. But people who did it to you, they'll never find happiness. People who cheat and they are not consistent, they are not, they don't know who they are, They can be filthy rich. They can have everything in their life. I guarantee you this, okay? They'll never find happiness. They'll never find the person. Even if they find the best person, they will see the other person, they're dishonest, they will dump them, Life is very cruel, to dishonest people. So my humble, humble request in the end of the day, before I finish the long video, whatever you do, wherever you are in life, maybe you are less fortunate, maybe you don't have enough money, keep working. One thing, keep faith. If you don't have faith, you think like there's no God. Where did you come from? Ask yourself, like, did you come from science? Did you come from a robot? Did you come out of a lab? Not likely. There must be something. In all these years people practice, there must be something. They're not fools, right? So they did practice certain value, some faith. I respect everybody's faith. If you believe in multiple gods, to each his own. If you believe in Jesus Christ, this is your religion, my religion is different. If you respect mine, I respect yours. Regardless, I respect other people's belief. But this gives some values, right? So keep some values within yourself and keep some faith. Okay, ask like a prayer, like say like, God, I want something like this in my life. I am working so hard but I can't find success. God sees your effort. Okay, if let's say you are unfortunate and you feel that I never get lucky, keep trying. You might fail so many times, but you'll find one day that God even cannot deny. I feel God is so great, he understands you, that you need this very badly, you want this person in your life so badly. Somehow miracles will happen, and sometimes they are bad for you, it will not happen. So it was for your own good, right? So this is what I believe. I think strength comes from the core, having these things, acceptance, and you think that I'm not that important, I am not the most important thing in the world, right? Then you become much better off. You might think like, okay, let's just sit back and see what happens, and not always people have to do what I want them to do, right? So everybody have a nice day, and just felt like sharing some random thoughts. I'm okay, I am better. Sometimes I feel life is not so bad after all. if you just learn from your mistakes and you realize some things maybe is not right about you, toxic, let them go. Okay, be better to the next person. Okay, not everybody is the same. Just because your ex was toxic or cheater, it doesn't mean the other person is going to be the same. Okay, so observe people, treat them accordingly, and respect, love, and care for people who does the same thing for you. Okay, everybody have a nice day. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye, love you all.